This is my group. I'm managing the group.
Oh, very good.
I work for the NGO, and so does Kirong. We both work for the same NGO. Kirong,
Where is it located?
where is it located?
Located in Sagat Swaipao.
That's my file.
Sorry.
You don't know your place, huh?
Kemarak University. How do you say it?
Yeah.
Kemarak.
Camera University សំរោង
Nearby Camera University.
Camera or camera?
Kemarak.
Camera University.
This is their university.
Nearby the Pen Công Quang.
Pet Công Quang?
Công Quang.
Pet Công Quang is nearby here. Huh? No, near Saler? Saler?
Kena, Saler.
Yeah, Công Quang, Saler.
It wasn't very far away.
Yeah.
Far away?
It wasn't very.
Yeah, it wasn't. And it's close to my temple, the Kamphaeng temple, you know. Kamphaeng, the provincial city, the provincial hall.
The one next to that one, the big temple. I think I've seen it. That's one of the nice
The
ones.
temple in front of the high school, some like old high school.
Oh yes, I know this one. This one's very nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a nice temple.
Yeah, so I work as a project coordinator and group mentor, and we receive volunteers from Australia,
Right.
and I created a project of waste management
In Cambodia.
in Cambodia. So the aim of the project is for these to come and complete these guys to come and complete the project. But the way they do it is they are researching these 2 weeks and doing assessments on understanding the issue in Cambodia. So they will be asking you some questions about this, and then they will try and raise awareness and make an impact. So we will go to primary schools and we will give them educational workshops
Very good.
on this matter in order to change the perspective on waste management for people to recycle more. But they can talk about it more themselves. But they are here to find a solution for Cambodia's waste management problem.
So you think that I have a lot of a solution, right?
Yes, you have a solution.
I don't think so.
What does your organisation do?
Surely we have many projects, but we mainly focus on the education and also the social development.
Okay.
Kind of give assistance to the vulnerable people who are really in need of help.
Yeah.
Supporting, giving some supply to them with their houses and like giving some food as well. And for the children and community who are not able to afford for schooling, we support kinds of school supply, such as bicycle and clothes and something which is in need of necessity. And in this center, we have many classes for the children. Yeah, we have more than 200 students at the primary level. We provide English courses and Chinese courses and also Buddhist courses. Yeah. And of course, we also train them how to manage the waste as well. And
How do the Buddhism values tie into that? How do the Buddhism values tie into waste management and sustainability?
I think we should understand the principle of the teaching of the Buddha first. Actually, we have 3 teachings. The main teachings that is not to do evil deed, to do good thing and purify the mind. So there is already mentioned many things which can help our people to understand the what is the good thing and to avoid the bad thing. So for me, usually, I always teach them. People think that like the good, the bad thing, like if they they use violence or like they steal or they rob or something that we can see, they think it is bad thing. But I said not only that thing, something that even you just throw the rubbish, you don't manage the waste well.
Yeah.
So if you can see things where the place that is nice, so that you accumulate the good thing in heart. We say the merit or we perform in Cambodia we say bon. Yeah. Bon is many people like bon, like to do this, to do that, want to have bon. Bon is the merit.
Okay.
So they think that to do merit is just to pay homage to the Buddha, to pay homage to do like to bring something to the monks. They said, I got bon. They something understand it. But I said, no, not only that, do something which is very good for society. Very small thing. But many people, as you understand that if you see the environment of our Cambodian society, I don't want to say bad thing about our own people, but really that they need education. They need the monks and many people like projects to make awareness to them that we all together that can manage well and something which is good.
You got a beautiful place here. How do you manage the waste? How do you manage that in this facility?
Personally, actually, I like some environmental, green, natural. That's why I plant a lot of tree.
Yeah.
And all this tree, is if you understand this tree, it's very hard to find. It's expensive as that if you lock and you sell it. We say it's a luxurious tree.
Why is it luxury?
Because they have the insect inside that tree. How to say clump? I don't know what the word is. Like something which is instant, inside. So it's expensive that tree. We might say expensive that tree. But there is the name Kunyung. You know Kunyung? You may check Google Kunyung. They import. There are a lot of Kunyung here. We plant it.
Yeah.
And many trees.
Do you have bins as well?
Yeah.
Do you have bins and stuff as well as the trees? Do you have bins? The rubbish in? To put rubbish in bins?
Yeah. Usually we take the grass and put in near the tree, so it grow up.
Oh really? So they put the trash?
Yeah.
Is this like plastic or is it like food scraps?
How to say that is actually we collect from by the grass, we cut it and we make
Oh, I see.
Using rice, they're not using plastic.
we don't throw it away that
that makes
the grass. So
What do you do with your rubbish here? Your food waste, your plastic waste, or general waste? How do you dispose it?
usually we have the trash bin and we put it there.
And the government takes it away?
Yeah. We also pay the monthly payment that the authority.
How often do they take it away?
I think 3 times a week.
3 times a week?
Yeah.
Is it expensive, the
No,
payments?
not really expensive. We pay monthly.
When did you first learn about waste management? Did you learn about it in primary
Like
school?
recycling and that type of thing?
I can't. Actually, we don't have that kinds of like the subjects to learn. But
okay.
I see.
we understand it.
Yeah. Do you believe it should be a subject that should be taught in primary school?
Primary school. I think we should know because I think it's very basic for people to understand it. I think the environment, because we live in with the environment, right? Yeah. So they should understand it. Yeah, and to love nature, to love a place which is very clean, very nice.
Do you think there's been much improvement with the education around waste management?
Sure. Very much improved. For example, my student they understand it now. They don't just throw it here and there. They know where to put it in. And but mostly, if you here, if you I want to tour you, but it's raining. That you can see we don't have much trash bin. A lot of trash bin we don't have it. Why? Because we don't want to have a lot of trash bin because maybe some people just put it and then put so like
overflows.
Right, exactly. So we educate them. We teach them to manage themselves.
Yeah. How do you do that? How do you teach them about waste management and how to manage it?
Usually, it's something not. I mean, like pepper or something that they bring from the home. They should keep that trash, that waste with them to take along with them. Don't put here. They don't give that trash to me, okay? You bring your trash, you bring it back, take it back.
You make them responsible for
Sure,
rubbish,
exactly.
but you don't teach them the right way to dispose the rubbish. So do you say to them, this is plastic, make sure you recycle this, or this is paper? How are you like giving them details, or are you just saying your rubbish, your
Maybe not so much
responsibility?
detail because for me myself as well, for me and we understand that like plastic and something like plastic. We also just give some idea to to make them understand that like plastic is like cannot, how to say, like
You should recycle.
they cannot recycle, so don't try much to use all those plastic, something like that. But
Is it something you would be interested in doing in the future? Would it be something, you would like to do in the future? Have recycling here? Something you like to see?
Sure.
Yeah.
What do you think they do with their rubbish? Do you think they burn their rubbish?
Usually we burn, but that's why we don't have recycling. Mostly, even in my place, some plastic or something. We understand that when we burn it, is poisoning coming in. But sometimes we have no option. We have to.
Is it because it's expensive to get rubbish collected?
No, not expensive. As I mentioned, the authority come and take every weeks, 3 times a week.
Do you know what they do once they collect the rubbish when the authority comes? Like, do they burn it? Do they
there is the trash field somewhere.
And they burn it there.
They burn it. I know that they burn it.
Do you think they should be burying it?
They should have. They should bury or have like recycling.
Is that far away from Battambang? So like
It's nearby.
It's nearby.
Phnom, other place. They are building.
Does the smoke from where they burn it?
There is smoke. Some smoke.
Sometimes
Some people complain as well about that. But not so often, just sometimes you experience also that the smoke coming out and
Why did you say you have no other option but just
no, I mean in here, right here. I mean
right here you can give it to the government to collect,
but
you don't need to burn yourself.
But sometimes, but if they how to say, like we have something which cannot, I mean the authority not coming in time, so we just clean it. Okay, clean it efficiently.
Does that happen a lot? Like, do they come late or not come sometimes?
They come actually. They come.
How many weeks?
Like how long between each time they come? How often do they come?
How often do they come?
Usually 3 times a week.
3 times
So
a
you
week.
have so much rubbish that even they come 3 times a week, but you have to sometimes burn as well.
Because you can understand that we have a lot of like we clean every week. We have to sweep every day. We collect all these
Leaves.
the leaves
Yeah.
every day. So a lot of
So you collect the rubbish, the plastic and all that, but then you burn the
but
natural
mostly
waste.
in my place not we don't use much plastic usually.
Okay.
Not many plastic usually.
What exactly do you burn? The leaves?
Yes, some leaves.
What else? Do you burn?
The like how to say this like you see it's already died and then we collect it and we burn it.
That's fine.
All branches.
Yeah, branches.
Yeah. What do you think is the most culturally appropriate way to dispose of the rubbish that tie into
Appropriate way?
Buddhist values? So how do I reword that?
They want to create a solution for this problem because I'll go to the because later on. They want to find a solution, but they want to find a solution that is best for Cambodia, specifically for your culture. Because they don't want to come and introduce Western ideas that Khmer people might not like or might not adopt to. So what do you think is a good way?
Good way.
Or maybe a solution, or maybe do you think people need to be educated more? Do you think that people need to change the system, like the whole system, the way the government does it? Maybe, the private companies, they need to talk to the private companies for them to stop burning the waste.
Introduce like regulations to the private companies to make them do it properly.
What do you think is a good way culturally?
I think the good way is only educate them and give them education. As I mentioned earlier, because not only the children but also the adult and most Cambodians sometimes they don't care also. When they are educated one educated person, but sometimes they just throw it all those rubbish trash.
Does someone want to talk about the problems with burning waste?
He understands that when you burn the rubbish, it's poisonous. It's not good for the environment. You understand that. Burning the leaves and the branches and stuff, that's okay because it's not plastic. It's not these harmful materials that release poisonous gas. It's not healthy. Yeah.
For in my place, actually not burning very often, just sometimes. But as I mentioned, just something that we could, because as we have a lot of leaves and then we collect it and we keep somewhere, and so we put in the tree or somehow for vegetable.
Have you heard of compost before?
Yeah, compost.
Compost?
But
is that something you do here?
We don't do it.
Something you'd like to do in the future?
Yeah.
In the future? Yeah.
But we just do it natural and in like traditionally just put it.
What would need to happen for you guys to do composting and other Khmer people in the community to adopt composting? What needs to happen? What makes it hard? What makes it hard for people to do?
How can we have more?
Maybe they need the trainer to do it.
Okay.
We should really focus on education.
Training and some community.
Next week in the workshops, we'll try and teach the kids about composting, recycling, that type of thing.
Maybe it's something you should teach in your schools as well. To not burn, to recycle. I mean, we are going to some schools, but we can only reach a certain amount of students. The more education, the better.
Yeah,
Sure.
what we can
Exactly.
do is I can send the proposal at the end to you, and you can use their
Yeah.
workshops and impose it here if you would like to. Their material.
It's a bit hard to recycle at the moment because even if they have 2 bins, they still get put into when they get collected, so it gets chucked all
Could have gone directly to the recycling plant.
You know,
Yeah.
because they don't divide it into different trash, just put in the same
Yes.
same bin.
You should definitely have different coloured bins to help children, because colour really matters.
Yeah,
So, you know,
there's-
red one is just for plastic.
We
I
should
don't know,
have
yellow
all
for
those.
food.
Yeah.
And then general waste, and then maybe you can use that plastic, like plastic bottles, and they can
Yeah.
do some activities in class with them. And just you can reuse it here and you recycle it here, and that would be a big help to the environment, but also to them as well. And they might start doing that at home.
And does that align with Buddhist values of using what you have? Yeah.
Sure.
That's actually a good question. I don't know that much about Buddhism, and I'd
Yeah,
love
yeah.
to learn a bit. What are the fundamental principles of Buddhism in Cambodia? Like what are the
Fundamental.
the main bits? The main bits. Something you
And
can
the
answer very
fundamental,
briefly.
usually we ask people to
Yeah.
take the 5 precepts.
Okay.
Yeah, it is very fundamental. So it's very basic for I1. That is no killing living beings, no stealing, no sexual misconduct, no telling lie, no drinking alcohols. That's very basics. But most people just they can understand, they can remember all these 5 precepts, but in a practical way,
Yeah.
it's hard. It's hard. The lesson very good. The student cannot
Yeah.
write.
Eliza?
My project is a bit different. I'm addressing nutrition and
Nutrition,
and generally just sanitation in general
sanitation.
with the same age group. So, do you know if your students at home have access to clean water?
Clean water we have here, right here.
Here you have it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But in their homes?
Their home, mostly
Yeah.
they have. I think now in this area, yeah, but maybe other area, maybe the clean water not accessible. Yeah, but here, but right here we have that that's water. There's support from the Ministry of Environment. Providers. So all the students, when they come, they take the bottle and then take all this water. They don't need to get water outside. Just take this water, this clean water. But at the home, I think, they have that.
Do they use same or do they have a bottle?
Yeah, they have bottle.
They have bottle.
In rural communities, would they have to buy lots of the plastic bottles to get their drinking water?
You mean
In villages? How do they get clean water in villages?
how they get that? Right?
How do they get clean water in villages? Do they buy like this, or they go to somewhere?
Clean water. I don't mean that all those things, but the clean water that the water provided by the authority, how to say that clean water? Maybe not so clean, but-
I understand.
because some people still use like the water from the earth, from the wall,
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, from the
Yep.
well, yeah, on the wall, and even the water from in the pond, in the remote area, in the field. But right here we have provided by the authority, but not really clean, I think. But for me, mostly I don't drink all. I drink, but I always boil. Yes.
Yeah, a lot of people here boil their water.
Yeah, boil. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
We boil.
Yeah.
So, more safe, you think?
Yeah.
So we boil.
Yeah. Get rid of all the bad
It does
stuff.
taste a bit different though.
That's different.
And do you teach your students about nutrition at all?
About nutrition.
Yeah, about like what they should and shouldn't eat.
Yes, that's kinds of not the subjects to teach, but just advice to them. There's something which can be eat and should eat, not eat, something like that. Yeah.
Do you notice any particular health issues in your students, like as a whole? Are there certain like health, certain issues that you see a lot of your students have in terms of their health?
In terms of the health, right?
In terms of any sort of illness or anything that, like, a lot of them have, like, do a lot of their stomachs feel unwell or any sort of, like, diseases or anything?
Mostly my student is healthy, not so problem with the health mostly.
And how about with monks?
Monks?
Is there any popular or common health issue that you guys have with your diet, with your anything?
Yeah, we have actually some health problems.
Ones are the most common ones?
Most common one? Was that? But mostly the monk have like a high score lunch and how to say kind of by your physics.
Where is it?
Like they like because they have drink a lot of like sweet. What's that?
High blood sugar.
So super kind of super so sweet like because man usually we don't have meal in the afternoon, start from 12, so they drink mostly the beverage, so a lot of sweet, so mostly they got that problem. I check up my health. Oh, a lot of sugar. I said, oh, because I'm hungry. I don't know the term.
Diabetes.
It's when you have too much sugar.
Yeah.
Are there any nutrition issues you notice in the community as a whole, like within the monks, but also within like your students and the local people, of things people either aren't eating or are eating like too much of?
I don't really understand what that.
So you talked about diabetes with the monks and stuff, but in the villages and those faraway communities, what else do you see? Is it just diabetes or the other ones?
Maybe not really.
Not too sure?
When it comes to your diets, so the foods that you eat or the food that Khmer people eat in general, what do you think are the problems with some of the foods that they eat? Do you think you have a healthy diet, or do you know what a healthy diet is? Have you been taught this anywhere?
Usually for me, we have like ceremony at the community, and we have kinds of Dhamma talks, so I just educate them how we eat, something like that, to the communities. But actually, I'm not really that expert too about food, like. Yeah.
It shows that they haven't been taught about healthy eating or what a balanced diet is.
Not really.
So in our cultures, when we are at school, they teach us about, different types of food that we should eat, like how much rice we should have, how much meat we should have, how much vegetables, from very young age.
Oh, really? At school?
Balance, Maybe we say in the UK, I'm from the UK, they say,
not Australia.
no, I'm not Australian.
So you from Australia?
I'm from America.
Ah.
And the rest Australia.
That's for Australia.
Okay. Which part of America?
I live near New York.
New York.
Yeah.
Okay. New York. Yeah, very good. Okay. Keep.
But in the UK, we have something called 5 a day, and they introduced this idea to us when we are very young.
Yeah.
And the idea is that you should always have 5 fruit or vegetables a day.
Oh.
And so when we go and buy something in the shop, like an orange juice, it will say this is one of your 5 a day. And it's to help people to eat more vegetables and fruit to have a better diet.
Ah. Yeah.
So like they have this kind of a system in the UK to help people eat more vegetables because children don't really
No.
eat vegetables too much.
Yeah.
But we understand what is unhealthy, like for example, energy drinks, Sting, things like this in the UK. If you are under 18 years old, you cannot buy. You're banned. You need to have ID and show that you are over 18 to drink it. You know, so we have rules like this to help people's diet and health, to eliminate the diabetes that you have and some of the issues that people may have. So she wants to understand more about the food here and what people eat and don't eat. But what we can see is that people don't really know what healthy eating is.
Yeah, me too. Even. But I know that if we eat vegetable food a lot is very helpful for our health. So we just know that. But the balance of the food, we don't have that much knowledge.
Yeah.
So have to learn a lot.
Do you have any questions for us about
Anything you want to know about
Britain,
Australia?
Australia, America? Any cultural questions?
Okay, well, but it's very good that they have that education subjects at the primary school, right, for the children.
Yeah.
Maybe we can apply all those things in our curriculum body as well. So, what do you expect to bring all those formation to Cambodia when you go? I mean, like, how you can help with that?
We're trying to educate primary school in a couple of weeks and then teach them about proper waste disposal. And so mainly education.
And Eliza's going to be teaching about healthy eating.
Well, I think now the problem is eating, because this is illness from the eating most foods.
And it's working also around what food is available here, because where I'm from, there's different foods available, so I can't just go in and say, oh, you should eat the things I eat at home. They're not here. So it's using the system that's there and what's
Very good,
available.
very good. Very good.
But when they finish their projects, both groups, Eliza is here for 1 month.
1 month. What's the name?
Eliza?
Allises.
And these guys are here for 3 weeks.
Stay with you.
Stay with me, yes. I'm here for a long time.
You know Khmer,
Tick tick.
Korean Khmer.
When Eliza finishes her project, I will send you all the information and you can read through it, and maybe you can use some of her work here, and maybe she can create like a poster to show like healthy diet and what to eat, like a balance. And when kids see this, they might be interested and they will learn about it, or maybe you can use her work and implement some of her workshops here, because diet is one of the biggest causes of most of health issues in Cambodia.
Cambodia. You find out that. Maybe. Very good. You have projects only in Battambang or other places?
We work in Ekpanom district.
Ekpanom.
We work with 3 primary schools. We work with a secondary school. We work with the Buddhist University.
Sanurate Batambo. Very good, very good.
And we have we sometimes work with Honda Clinic. Honda.
Emergency.
Agency.
Yeah.
I see. So why you choose here, Batambo?
When did I come to Batam?
Why? Why you choose me? Oh, no, choose here.
Good, very good question. I love helping people, and after I finished university, I wanted to work for an NGO so much, and it was my dream. But it's very hard to find a good NGO to work for, and I didn't want to work for an NGO in my country and sit in my office and make decisions on people's lives from my comfort zone.
Your comfort zone already.
I wanted to get out of my comfort zone, leave the UK, come to Batam and see how people live their lives and give them one-to-one help.
Very good, very good. Great heart, huh?
Thank you.
Got heart.
And all of these people, they are volunteering. They paid a lot of money to be here, to come here, just to help, you know. And they're all students. They're all like in their first, second, or third year. And for some of them, it's the first time they have left their country.
Really? First time, I mean, like you left from overseas, and the first time you choose Cambodia.
So for them, it's a bit difficult as well because they have culture shock. They don't know the language. So I'm helping them with all of this, but they are doing so well and they love it here. So
very good. So love it, eh? Experience, new experience. You too?
It's really, and where I live in America, it's a lot colder. It's really hot
And it's so green here. There's so much nature.
So green.
So in Australia, there's not as much greenery.
Yeah.
Really?
Not as much rain.
So it's really beautiful.
Where you were Sydney and Melbourne, they get more rain than the rest of Australia. Yeah, they get a lot more rain. Perth, not as much.
And how about the tree? The tree?
The trees are a little bit smaller around Perth, and there's not as many.
Here we have a lot of mountain, you know, like Simple Mountain and Banana Mountain.
Yeah, we don't have many mountains. It's
very, very flat.
Yeah.
do you have any temples in Australia, or is that a silly question?
We have.
Not temples, but nothing.
Yeah.
Not very old.
Yeah, they're very new temples, and they're not as nice as the temples over here. Temples over here are much nicer.
I don't think we have any in the UK, or maybe just one. Touristy, but
I've never seen a temple, but I think there is.
Yeah, there is.
I don't know. I've never seen one in Perth.
Tom was saying yesterday he's very excited to come and meet monks because he's only seen them on television.
You know, the funny thing that when I was in Europe and I walk in the city and someone approached me like you were saying like you don't know and asked me, oh, you know Kung Fu? Because I watch on TV. I said the monk know Kung Fu. I said yeah, I know Kung Fu. Come on. Exactly, I don't know. Usually monk in the drama in TV, they like from China because Buddhism we have two tradition, the Mahayana tradition and Theravada tradition.
Does Buddhism vary from country to country? Like your
because the own tradition, like I said, Mahayana tradition, Theravada Buddhism. So actually, that's different appearance. But we practice the same rule without teaching. Different. But in Cambodia, Thailand, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Laos, the same tradition. China, Korea, Japan is the other tradition.
Is it slightly different, or is there a big difference?
Slightly.
Yeah.
So how long have you been a monk?
For me, when I was 11. I almost 40 years.
40.
Almost.
How old are you now?
Yeah.
How old are you?
Now? It's almost 40.
Almost
Almost 40.
Yeah, 39.
And is this something you want to do?
Excuse me, so how old?
Me?
I'm sorry.
How old?
Yeah,
24.
24. Yeah. So you are younger than me. 39. So how long? How old?
15 years.
That's so young. The youngest one?
19, so yeah.
19.
Yeah.
And
21.
21. That's what.
Yeah.
How old do you think Liam is?
Yeah, how old do you think he is? Say a number.
25.
19.
He's also 19.
Taller.
He looks much older than me though. He's
Taller.
taller,
They're
yeah.
bigger.
Yeah. I'm not as tall.
Even smaller as a little age.
Exactly. That's why I grow so much hair, so I look tall. Look taller with the hair.
You know, the thing I like UK is that I like Premier League, you know. Premier League, like Chelsea,
Soccer.
soccer.
Football, sorry.
Yeah.
You're from which part?
I'm from London.
London.
Yeah. You've been to London?
No, not yet. I just around England, because England they have the visa, not Europe visa.
Yeah.
That's quite
the
different.
European Union.
When I got Europe visa, we can visit every country except England.
Nothing special. Europe is better. Where have you travelled in Europe?
Like Switzerland, Germany, Belgium, France.
Wow.
Is that for tourism or for like working as a monk and teaching?
Yeah, just people invite me for some, because we have like a festival, like New Year festival and many festival, so they invite us to join.
Oh, okay. How many like monks in Cambodia get invited to those?
Not so many actually. I just invite some months.
One of the special ones.
To give like Dhamma talk, sermon, big sermon.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Do you see other temples over there? Do you go
Yeah, many temples, yeah.
see, yeah? See other monks and talk to them?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot?
Yeah, a lot. So,
Yeah.
in Australia as well. Then we have many Cambodian temple and Chinese temple, Thai temple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course.
Many of these guys haven't been to Europe, so you have travelled more than them.
Yeah, because you are younger than me.
Europe is very close to me, but it's
Yeah.
very far to them.
Yeah.
To them, Cambodia, Southeast Asia is very close.
Yeah.
And so it's the opposite.
Opposite.
People from the UK always want to come to Southeast Asia, but it's too far and too expensive. So we always go to Spain, France.
Yeah.
These guys want to come to Spain, but they can't.
Yeah, it's too expensive.
Australia, yeah, it's far also, no?
Australia, very far.
Yeah, very
To
true.
Europe, far.
Yeah.
Australia is closer to Asia, no?
Yeah. Next door to you.
Indonesia next to Australia.
Yeah.
Indonesia.
Yeah, Indonesia's just up from us, just above. Like there's Australia and then there's Indonesia, just above.
Most people in Australia go to Indonesia for a cheap holiday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I just come from Indonesia yesterday.
Oh,
Wow.
Did you like it?
My first trip in Indonesia actually, and very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Which part did you visit?
Java Island.
Java Island.
Java.
Yeah, Java Island.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that place we have the ancient Buddhist temple, Borobudur. You know, Borobudur temple was built on the 8th century. Yeah. Yes.
Were you there for the earthquake in Java?
Yeah.
The earthquake?
Yeah, there is a
Yeah, in Java.
so, and volcano as well. Right, volcano or
Yeah.
yeah,
Volcano.
yeah, volcano.
How often do you travel?
How?
How often do you travel?
to Indonesia?
Yeah, or to any country.
Not really, usually because they invite me for the meeting conference. Like this time, this international Buddhist conference. So only that reason. If I travel, I don't usually travel.
Okay.
Because they pay for me. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I see.
Invited. So yeah, you pay.
Yeah.
That's why I'm able to join, and then the rest we travel. We sitting. Sorry.
Is this a big NGO?
What's it here?
This.
My NGO? Small, not big.
It's your NGO?
Yeah, I found it myself. I found it
When did you find it?
in 2012.
Oh wow.
So 10 years already.
And you have other partners who donate?
Mostly our people, they support us. They support us.
Do you only, your students, are they also monks or they're just normal community?
Monk, all the children.
Children,
but,
yeah.
But our volunteer, they come here and teach to that children. Yeah. And also at community, we also teach at the state school as well. We have the schedule to teach 3 state school, over 1,000 students regularly.
You have Khmer volunteer or Western volunteer?
Mostly Khmer volunteer, but some Western as well. From the past, we have American volunteer and Sri Lankan volunteer. They come here to teach our children.
After the students finish their education, do they come back here to become a monk?
Yes, sometimes.
Sometimes they do.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Sure. Because they know they want to change their lives sometimes.
Yeah.
But most children, not most, but traditionally they come among at some time,
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's really good.
But for me, I become senior. I was little, so we kind of like adapting.
Yeah.
Used to enjoy that life, this life.
Yeah.
Enjoy the way that so to become a lay person is different. But most of the monks in Cambodia, they disrobe, they disrobe.
What, sorry?
They disrobe. They live monkhood.
Oh, okay.
To be normal person.
Yeah.
So they can have kind of family.
Okay.
Yeah, they can have some work for earning.
What is like your day-to-day life? Like, what do you do during your day? What time do you wake up? What time do you sleep? As a monk?
As a monk. In temple, but here it's not temple. It's the place that we call the monk. Usually evening they go back to the temple. Yeah.
Okay.
Myself, I have my own temple in that I told you. So monk usually they get up at 5 o'clock and they go to. There is a building center in the temple, and they recite Dhamma, chanting, and meditation in the morning. And then at 7 we have breakfast. And if the monk student, they go to school, learning at school, and they come back. Usually come back at 9, and then they go out strong, to get the food.
Okay.
And then afternoon they go to school as well. This is for the monk student, and for the monk they finish the schooling. They teach usually. Monk teach in the temple. We have a school as well. We teach to the monks. School for the monk. Morning classes, evening class, afternoon. So in the evening as well at 5 o'clock or 6, we go inside the temple and prayer before meditation. So at night we rest. Mostly for me at 10 I go to bed. But cannot enjoy like going KTV or something at night.
Do monks always live in pagodas or can they live in a normal house?
Yeah, we can stay at. We cannot live at house, but just take some nights. Yeah, like visiting our parents, visiting friends.
You meditate for each day?
It's the 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Yeah.
We have a meditation session next week. Kidon is going to teach us how to meditate.
Yeah.
Kidon.
Oh, very good, very good.
Yeah.
Refreshment, actually. What's your name? What's your name?
Daliso.
Huh?
Daliso.
Daliso. Daliso.
Tom.
Tom.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise.
Lame.
Lim.
Lame?
Lim.
Yeah.
Lim. Good.
Same.
Huh?
Same.
Same.
Same. Yeah.
Same. Sa.
Eliza.
Eliza. And
Seri.
Sari.
Seri, yeah.
Sari.
Any final questions? Buddhism or anything? Do you have any final questions for us?
So, how many of you work in that organization? Only you, foreign?
So we're an international organization. We work in 6 different countries.
Oh.
In our office, there's me, Kirong, and Teresa. So 2 foreigners and 1 Khmer.
Teresa, who? Teresa?
Teresa is a program implementer. She is Chinese American.
Oh, Chinese American.
You should come and visit us whenever you want.
Yeah. Bring me. Want to see?
Yeah.
Very good.
Did you have a question?
With meditation, is it easy to learn? Is it easy to learn how to meditate?
It's easy to learn, but it's not easy to cultivate our mind. Like the way to do it, do this and that. You can do it, but how effect that you can do it.
Do you think you can control your emotions?
Somehow, but not everything. Because of meditation, we can aware everything. Sometimes it's emotional coming, so we know, it's the thing that we cannot let it go. To be aware and control it. Meditation, the most important thing is to cultivate our mindfulness. Doing everything with mindfulness. Be mindful in everything. Like you doing meditation, doing it so to observe increase in our breath mindfully. So it is to practice it, and then you can apply it in our daily life. Every action, do it mindfully. So we gain it from meditation.
Why do you have to shave your head and
The same.
it's just easy.
This is originally you need to save, or
I want to shave it. It's too long for me.
You need to save as well.
Yeah.
Every day or
No.
Have you got a photo of you?
Yeah, what do you look like with hair?
Hair?
Personal choice for him.
I just did it because it's easy to manage.
Easy shower. Done.
Yeah, me too. Shower, even a little water can shower.
I also shave.
No. Oh. Different, huh? Why you say that part?
Too much hair.
Yeah. But look really cool with the hair. With the hair, nice. Without hair, different.
Front color looks clear photo with hair. Okay, so that's me with
We haven't seen this either, really.
Like actor, huh? Yeah, very nice. Yeah, very nice. Very good. Your wife?
You do look like you're getting married.
Yeah. We were to see. We were to see you and your wife doing the same. That does look like you're getting married.
It's hard to find the answer, but the rule are not the Buddha. Yeah, it's true. But we can understand the rule because monk seem to renounce something. Like we have only that clothes. And that means don't attach so much to the material thing. If you have hair, you have to do them many times. Make you busy only the outer thing, outside thing, not busy with our mind, with training.
Why the color? Why the color?
Yeah, why orange?
Why is the color the monk supposed to use, and I don't know that, but this is color to symbolize the monk. Many people ask me too, why different color? Okay, but this is the robe that we allowed for monk to use it. So if the way this color is monk color.
Is orange your favorite color, or do you have another color that you like? What's your favorite color? Like which color do you like?
For me?
Yeah.
I like blue.
Blue?
You sleep with this as well?
No.
You can wear blue pajamas.
Yeah, blue pajamas?
Usually we have mostly the same color, but different robe.
So you can't wear blue?
Blue,
No.
I like that kind. Blue. And you have a lot of options. You can choose. Enjoy it.
Your one looks more comfortable.
Yeah, it looks
You want to be a wife? Hey, you can, huh?
Okay.
Yeah, maybe
I need them to see you.
2 days.
Yeah?
You can.
I don't know if I'd look that good with not much hair though.
You have to shave it.
You have to share
Commit
it.
if you want to commit 100%.
It only takes 2 days then.
Training.
Okay, well, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
We really appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we need to go back now. We have more projects to work on. But
Thank you very
we'll be
much.
in contact.